Hey guys, what is up? This is First 2 Weeks, and yeah, I finished the entire Easter egg, and I did this like last Saturday or something like that. And I did it completely myself, which is why it's a lot later than everyone else, I would assume, because yeah, I did all the steps by myself without any outside help except for one step, which I had to get outside help for because it wasn't really meant to be a solo step in the first place. I also had some amazing clutches as well during the end of the Easter egg, during the final step of it, so I'll be playing that as well as I'm talking about the ending cutscene. But for right now, I just want to play a cutscene, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, as well as I want to know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments below. But for right now, let's just take a look at it.
As the gates to Agartha opened, the four heroes were rewarded with riches beyond imagination. From that day forward, they knew that Samantha would keep them safe. Forever.
Getting everything wrong. I told you before, their eyes should be blue.
It's my turn, Eddie. I can do whatever I want.
But you don't even know how to play properly. Girls don't know enough about zombies.
Put some toys away, children. Make sure the windows are locked before you come down to the basement.
We'd better do what your dad says. I didn't even get my turn.
Tomorrow, Eddie. You get to make the rules. I promise. Come on, Fluffy.
I wish the heroes in our stories were real, Sam.
I know what you mean. But we will make everything okay. My dad says he has a plan.
Alright, and now it's time for some awesome gameplay, as well as talking about my thoughts on the ending cutscene you guys just saw right there. And I'm going to be going back and forth with those two. I mean, I'm going to talk about the gameplay a little bit and then talk about the cutscene a little bit and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know, I'm going to tell the cutscene first because nothing really too important going on right now. But with the cutscene though, I mean, it's just, there's too much that's unanswered, but I mean, at the same time, it's all answered because, you know, it was basically that, oh, it was all just a game, you know, and it wasn't, none of this was actually any real to any degree, which is pretty disappointing at the same time. I mean, it's just pretty anticlimactic, I have to say, because it's just like, you explain anything just because, oh, well, there's some little kids playing a game or something. I mean, I don't know, and there's my first down, by the way. For the rest of this round, I just threw beacons in the center, and actually was able to survive the rest of the round with just throwing beacons in the center and getting lucky with max ammos. And then I went out and grabbed a jug a little bit later. And yeah, I'm back to the Easter egg again. It's just, it really is anticlimactic though, because it's just, there's nothing really to it. If that's what it is, I don't know, it is disappointing in that way. But at the same time, though, I think there is hope for it. I mean, of course, everyone's looking for some kind of hope to get out of that, because I mean, we really don't want it to be that anticlimactic. That's what ends it. That's what's going to end this whole zombie series. It was basically the equivalent of it was all a dream. And I actually have a clip from a TV show which I put in the description. It's not my own, so it's some guy just recording it with his camcorder or something, but that's the only one I could find of it. That's the only one that's actually on YouTube. But it's really funny because it pretty much basically perfectly explains that if this is it, if this is all there is to it, and all it was just they were just playing a game, that clip pretty much describes it just absolutely perfectly. It's hilarious. But anyways, I mean, back to this. I mean, it's just, I don't know, but there is hope for it though too. I mean, like I said, there is a way for this to be more than what it is, because when Edward or Richtofen or Eddie or whatever you want to call him, the equivalent of Richtofen in zombies, he says something like, "I wish the heroes in our stories were real," and then Samantha, out of nowhere, it just doesn't follow the conversation at all. Out of nowhere, she just says, "I know what you mean, Eddie, but we will make everything right. My dad has a plan." As they're heading down to some bomb shelter or something, because they're not heading to like somewhere from a zombie attack or something. That's just a siren's going off about some sort of impending bomb attack, I guess, because they are in like World War I or II or whatever it is at this point. And so I mean, that's not anything to do with zombies or Element 115 or anything. that's just something to do with the actual current time that's going on in World War One or Two or whatever they're in. I'm not actually sure if they're in World War One or Two at this point. I think it is World War One right now. But yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know, it's completely random. There's nothing, I don't, it just doesn't follow whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense that, you know, that's a logical follow-up to that comment. I mean, it doesn't, her dad has a plan about what? That's the main thing. Her dad has a plan about what, and a plan to, as following up to what Richtofen said, is a plan to make their heroes real? Or is a plan to make everything right? I mean, right with the war, right with the heroes. I mean, I have a feeling somehow everything's going to go all of a sudden really bad, and it's going to basically, I don't know, somehow it's going to turn into, with Element 115 or something, it's going to turn into just this whole zombies experience we have right now. But at the same time, this is Origins too. This is the start of everything. So maybe at some point something goes wrong with Element 115 and everything, so that Samantha's where she is in the zombie storyline, and so is Richtofen and Maxis and everyone. So I mean, maybe somehow this all becomes real, because, you know, it would make sense for this to be a child's imagination, like this is all based on child's imagination, but for it to be completely fake and to no degree real whatsoever, kind of disappointing, I gotta say. It's just, I don't know, it's that's not exactly how anyone planned this to end. And on top of that, I mean, let's be honest, Treyarch needs to make some more money here. They're gonna put zombies in the next game. It's like the most successful part about their games by far, because everyone just loves playing zombies. And so they definitely, I would assume they're definitely going to be putting this in the next game. I mean, there's no way they wouldn't. And what would they replace it with? Survival from MW3? I'll admit, that's actually a lot more fun to me than zombies is, because you can just get so much, you can get to a much better rank and have a much better game in a much shorter time, because for games like this, I mean, they can take you well over a day even, like 24 hours straight even. But I mean, I'll be honest, I like that better, but but the majority of people, they like zombies a lot better than survival. The majority of people never really even played survival very much, if at all, really, I guess. But yeah, and they're not gonna get rid of zombies. They're gonna bring it back in one way or another, and I don't know how they're gonna do that. And back to the gameplay here, I have no idea how I got out of this. I saw it going bad, and I actually saw it. I saw it going terribly wrong there. And I was like, okay, I have to get out of there. There's no way I can say I can reach them all in there. So at the first gap I saw, I just took it and left. Flashing red screen, I jumped right through 2 zombies in there. I jumped right in the middle of 2 zombies and somehow still survived it. I have no idea. And then right there, right after, I got the achievement for Little Lost Girl. And that is the end of the Easter egg. And then all you have to do to finish the Easter egg is just take out the Maxis drone, it flies up to Samantha up above you, and then you're stuck on a teleporter, which I'm showing you a little bit here. But yeah, guys, those are basically my thoughts on it. I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over by any degree. And it's basically explained a little bit better now, but I don't think that's the ending, because I don't know, it is extremely anticlimactic, but they can't end zombies because, I mean, first of all, that last comment that Samantha made, it just makes no sense whatsoever. And on top of that, I mean, and yeah, they're just not going to end zombies either. They're just not going to do that. But anyways, guys, that is it for me for today for this video. If you guys want to see some GTA 5 gameplay, I've actually been live streaming a little bit on Twitch with live commentary, and as well as I'm past that too. If you guys want to see some gameplay over here, I'll probably post a little bit over here every once in a while, just posting some playing clips I get or whatever. But yeah, so if you guys want to see that, be sure to leave that in the comments below. I'll probably be doing a little bit anyways. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of it, then subscribe to, or follow, I think is the actual term for it, on Twitch. Follow my Twitch account, and also follow me on Twitter to know when I will be live streaming. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it from me for today, so I will see you guys later.